It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Philadelphia looking very confident right now. They are putting together an impressive stretch of basketball. Only one loss in their last 8 games. We'll see if that continues tonight. Both of these teams we're about to watch, slower pace, lots of half-court, very methodical. Shaq, what do you think is the key to making that style of play work?
Well, you know, everybody in the NBA can play, but you got to have discipline on it. You got to take good shots. You got to value each possession. You got to play team basketball, and you have to believe in the system. You know, I played in a system that was very difficult, the triangle, but once we started believing in the triangle, we were able to win.
How many sides to a triangle?
I would say 3. I don't know.
Okay. Kenny.
I mean, the guy only played it for about 10 years. He didn't know how many sides was in it, but that's pretty unique. He just knew.
No, he was right.
Because I always said the triangle was overrated if you don't have Shaquille O'Neal in it. This guy didn't need a triangle. He could have played in a square, a circle, a box. He could have been anything, and he would have been successful. Didn't matter. Patience is the key, Ernie. You just can't get flustered when you're playing that slow-down game. But I don't care if it's a circle or box, Shaquille O'Neal would have won basketball games.
We're about to watch the game, and certainly a bit later we'll be talking to Kevin Harlan, and he's got the call.
I got a question for you. How many sides to a hexagram?
True.
Correct.
At point guard, standing 6'2", number 31, Seth Curry. The other guard, standing 6'5", number 14, Senso Abati. At small forward, at 6'9", number 17, Lights Out. The other forward position, at 6'9", number 12, Tobias Harris. The big man, at 7'0", number 21, Joel Embiid. The head coach of your home team is Blackburn.
The Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. The Philadelphia 76ers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Cavaliers. And that loss puts them in danger of being swept in the season series here. So, to say the least, they'd like to avoid that.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Easy Breezy. Bottoms is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Parker, and it's Wilcox in at the shooting guard position. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Charity stripe shot. The shot is off. And Philadelphia the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
And so here is Philadelphia. The Cavaliers making the shot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. The feed to Wilcox. Ball's knocked loose. And now Philadelphia on the break.
How's that one-man pass break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. There's the screen. Pass to Madison. Back to Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. The 9-foot shot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I caught up with head coach Brett Brown. One of the most important things he wants his team to do defensively in this game is to maintain pressure on them on the perimeter and not allow them to get into any rhythm or flow in their long-range shooting game. We'll see how disruptive they are, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
Here's Aldridge. 76ers getting the bucket. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The 10-footer. And that one goes long.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The pass to Lights Out. Kicks it to Harris. There's the pick. Embiid the screen. Harris with it. Now guarded by... He was all alone on that one. And that's now 7 points for Insanity.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Curry dishes to Embiid. Passes it to Insanity. Here's Lights Out, covered by Parker.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
He kicks to Bledsoe. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Philadelphia on D. Aldridge, the pass to Bledsoe. There's a screen. Clock at 6. All alone.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his second basket. Marcus Aldridge, a polished mid-range shooter as well, and he's working on expanding his range out beyond the arc.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? Last season he made over 10 times more threes than the season before. He made them at an impressive clip, too. I think it's something he should keep as part of his package.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And, you know, he's always, Aldridge, been a great shooter from everywhere. But don't forget, also terrific at the free throw line as well. I mean, last season he was excellent among power forwards, only second to Dirk Nowitzki.
Now here's Bledsoe. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Minnesota.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Parker with the steal. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. Well, you take a look at Insanity, one of the league's best, third in steals. And, of course, Lights Out.
And really both showing a gift at the defensive end, applying pressure and picking pockets.
You know, sometimes guys, particularly if they're young, gamble too much, but these two create turnovers within the confines of the scheme. Great work.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
There's the dish to Wilcox. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You know, and with Aldridge's great shooting ability, I mean, he doesn't have to put the ball in harm's way. He has always done a great job of limiting his turnovers, and that's an underrated aspect of his game.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And the wide-open shot from Bledsoe. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, you might as well make those adjustments right away.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
And the 76ers with some changes. Okafor's checked in, and Carl Landry has subbed in for lights out. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bottoms. Moniunas comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Wilcox. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Parker.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And here are the Cavaliers now after the Sixers pick up 2. Picked by Varejao. Down low, Okafor with the steal. And now the 76ers on the break. Curry leading the charge. Pass to Insanity. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The tray. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
Curry kicks to Harris. Landry against Moniunas. Picked by Okafor. Here's Avanti. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Harris with it. Now Jack defending. It's Curry with the drive. That drops. And the 76ers lead by 5.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 7. Lets it go from 11, and it's off the back rim. No good. Philadelphia leading by 5. Over to the left wing. Curry with a wide-open look. Another miss by Curry. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And that is good. 9 points for Easy Breezy.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Curry. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here is Jack. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Dellavedova. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Now here's Curry. D right on him. Okafor sets the pick for Curry. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 7-point Philadelphia lead.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Motiejunas a screen on Curry. Jack dishes to Motiejunas. Bledsoe for 3. Okafor grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The pass to Insanity. Varejao against Okafor. Harris misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Elabidova from outside, and he gets it to go. Elibidova's got his second basket of the night.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And the 76ers call time here. Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Philadelphia. C.J. Miles comes in for Insanity. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Easy Breezy. Here's Curry. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Now Miles. Landry, a screen on Jack. Landry with the screen. It's Curry outside, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 11.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here is Jack. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Cleveland moving it around. Motiejunas sets a screen for Johnson. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Good on the shot.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. From deep. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here is Miles, defended by Jack. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The 76ers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Here's Dellavedova. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Philadelphia ahead, up by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the responsibility that comes with that role. Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
You know, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Some players, you know, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. And others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
C.J. Miles is out there with Johnson. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's lights out in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Johnson following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aminu with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Aminu. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia. Cleveland's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
And for Johnson out of Arizona, Greg, his strength, as you were talking about, is his biggest asset. Helps that he has this incredible arm span. And Clark, you know what? He told me he likes to play the 2K game.
Yeah, he does enjoy that. He likes to play the real game, too, because he's hyper-competitive, and I think he's got a chance to be a superb defender at the NBA level.
The 76ers leading by 4. Lights out, passes to Aminu. Now here's Embiid. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto. That one goes. Count.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Parker outside. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Aminu. And it's Insanity in for C.J. Miles. And Cleveland also making a change. Bledsoe's checked in. Now here's Parker. Defense right on him. Bledsoe against Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Johnson. Philadelphia leading by 8. Dishes to Harris. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson goes in, and it's sent back by Bledsoe. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Madison. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Harris. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Parker. 26 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Bledsoe passes to Madison. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Lights Out's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Harris. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Parker outside. Here's Bottoms, guarded by Harris. The jump hook, and another miss by Cleveland.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And Embiid throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Aldridge. 76ers getting the bucket. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Now here's Embiid. 10 points for him.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer excellent shot mechanics, and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Here's Avanti. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Bledsoe outside. There's a good screen. And Insanity picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Curry's checked in for Johnson. Here's Bledsoe. 9 points in the game so far. To the wing right side. Parker with a clean look. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 4 assists now tonight.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And that one's good. Parker.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The 76ers leading by 9. Outside Curry. There's the screen. Insanity, the pass to lights out. 76ers moving the ball around. Can't hit, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Parker outside. Here's Madison. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bottoms got 10 points in the quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, it's Philadelphia.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And here is Parker. 8 points for him. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Bledsoe. Back to Aldridge. Wide open look. The shot misses. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. A pull-up. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now an 11-point 76ers lead. Cleveland's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Okafor comes in for Joel Embiid, and Carl Landry has subbed in for Lights Out. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bottoms. Moniunas comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Wilcox. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Parker. And the jam by Moniunas.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Philadelphia leading by 9. On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark is getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win. The consummate pro and team play.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season. and rightfully so.
No good on the free throw.
It's been a good one for Bledsoe. He has 9 points and 4 assists as well. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
Clark, it's a rarity when you've got a guy that can just do it as well as he does on both ends.
And he's good on the second. Philadelphia leading by 8. Curry kicks to Harris. Okafor against Verejao. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and he gets it to go.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That free throw good from Bledsoe.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Curry. He's got 13. On the wing, Harris. The Cavaliers pull it in. Outside Jack. He feeds it to Bledsoe. They get it back.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Curry. Adiunas grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Jack. Three-pointer. That's good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Curry. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And they get it back.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. 4th in free throw percentage. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league when it comes to limiting opponents' offense as well.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought. But the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season.
That free throw missing. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Good on the second free throw.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And Miles kicks to Curry. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a roll guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low, yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Here's Dellavedova. He has 6. Verejao down low, covered by Okafor. Puts up the baby hook and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And for Verejao, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
First free throw is good. Well, Greg, you're talking about Verjao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body.
That's a good point.
He's necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
And guys, last season was a painful one for Anderson Varejao. He had finally shaken the back injury that sidelined him the year before, signs the multi-year contract extension with the Cavs. Things were starting to look up, but only 3 weeks later, he tears the Achilles and was ruled out for the season. You talk about a tough break.
Here's Dellavedova. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Dellavedova dishes to Johnson. And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And adding insult to injury, certainly, Greg, as you were talking about, Verjao played well at the start of last season. Shooting 56% from the field. Clark, I think he was over 70% from the line. Those were career highs.
Yeah, and a terrible blow for Verjao and the Cavs because of that injury, the Achilles tendon. But it led to the deal for Mozgov, and that's worked out quite nicely.
And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
Now, here's Curry, 15 points in the game.
And getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
On the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
Dellavedova, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Landry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Another miss by Philadelphia. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Johnson with it. Al-Farouq Amino covering. There's a screen by Moti Yunus. Dellavedova, the pass to Moti Yunus. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And Miles kicks to Curry. Landry with the screen. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And so that's the end of the first half. 76ers lead by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. In the second quarter, they imposed their will on the game and built a 10-point lead at the half. And if things continue to go the same way after the break, they're threatening to run away with this one. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The job their guys have done in the post have been terrific. If they get more of that production in the paint next half, they'll be very tough to beat. They're taking advantage of the late rotations, and they're going right inside and straight to the rim.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
One problem is that they didn't show enough aggressiveness on the boards. When you start losing a game, that's when you're supposed to tighten up and toughen up. Your pride has to be challenged, and you need to rise to the occasion. They've got to be more aggressive as a team, and that will cut into the lead.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.